everybody. Welcome to another
Hello.
episode of Sci-Fi Toys for Blue Collar Boys. I'm Kay,
I'm Jay.
and this is Voltron,
Voltron, defender of the universe.
king of robots,
This
supposedly.
It's massive.
He's a good height. He's 16 inches. He's the same height as Bruticus. He's 8.5 inches wide, and he was very easy to assemble. He was more difficult to hunt down.
Yes, that was a tough thing to do.
That was very tough. It is a Target exclusive. It is from Playmate Toys. And I have to say, overall, they did a really great job of these toys. It came with a lot of accessories, which we'll go over. But first, why don't we start off with the least impressive, Black Lion.
You can find this at any Target if you look.
On clearance.
Because it's at every single Target.
They overstocked on the Black Lion.
Easy to get.
$20.
Easy.
It's down like $21.
Useless without the other 4 lions.
Does make noise, though.
These. Very hard to find.
Yep. Show them the red. Show Big Red. Big Red here. $80. Good luck. We had to do a lot of hunting. Jay did better than I did. I found the Black Lion, then he was able to find me my Green Lion. This is, of course, still in the flat back. And they're just going up in price. And I mean, I can see why. They're a lot of fun, and they are pretty cool.
Activate laser blades. You got it, Keith.
So this is probably a cartoon show that most of you remember, but probably don't remember too much about. I know I remember it. I had a VHS tape where
it had like all the first 4 parts, which is they made up the 2-hour story, which pretty much covers the entire story, and then everything else was like a filler.
Yes. But going back to finding these, so what I did a couple years ago is I found the Black Lion, and as a kid I had a friend that had the metal lion.
Oh, I'm sorry. I just couldn't help myself. We'll get into projectiles in a moment, but by all means, please continue.
So, I scored the Black Lion at Target on sale. I think he was $30, so not that bad. And then I was looking for the other lions. I was asking associates, standard hunting tactics, and wasn't getting anywhere. So I then turned to eBay, and I found a toy store out of California during the California fires. I believe it's
taking
called
advantage of a hot situation.
Yeah. So I believe it was called Toys of Tranquility. Shout out to them. And they had all 5 lions it was $85, and it was free shipping.
Oh man, their place burned down. I'm sorry.
So,
I don't want to be negative.
The reason it was so cheap is because the Black Lion box had damage to it. So I gave that to my brother-in-law, and he sent me some pretty provocative photos of the Black Lion in different positions, which was hilarious. But anyway, so they arrived. I am not taking them out. They're staying in their blister packs. And then one day I was in Target hunting again, not specifically for Voltron, but I was looking at the Star Wars Legos, and I was also looking at action figures, He-Man and Ninja Turtles. And then in the back section of my Target, they have Funko Pops and like random things, like the horror movie stuff from, I think that's NECA, I'm not sure. And
it might also be from McFarlane Toys.
Yeah, McFarlane, yep. So the bottom shelf, I saw the Black Lions.
Did I say his name right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, Todd McFarlane, yes.
There was a whole row of these, and I was like looking, and I kind of like, I bent down and I looked in the back, and lo and behold, there's a Green Lion. So I immediately grabbed it, scanned it to make sure it was in their system, because if it's not, they won't sell it to you, which is stupid.
All right, so, I'm a law-abiding citizen, but if it's not in your system, then apparently it's not here, and if it's not here, it's coming home to me.
Yes.
That's just much.
Well, I scanned it, and it was $24.99. So I ended up buying it, and I gave it to my buddy Kay here, so he could start his collection, and then shit hit the fan with him, I guess.
So I ended up going to 6 different Targets. I went as far as Taunton, Massachusetts, all the way into Warwick, Rhode Island, and stopped at every Target in between. And I could only find the Black Lion.
This one.
Him and I did some bartering. I picked up a few Legos, and I picked up, I think, a couple Ninja Turtle toys in order to get my Green Lion. It was a good trade. And I hunted the last 3 down on eBay, which is why I kind of memorized how much I spent. I specifically bought the Red Lion with damage to its box, knowing that eventually I was going to open it and assemble them. So that was okay. The others, the most expensive one for me was the Yellow Lion. He was $55. I mean, these were about 30. He was 30. I think I paid 35 for blue, 35 or 40, and then he was $55. But now I've looked on the prices on Amazon, and Red Lion's $80. So it's like they're all $50 to $80 now. So I'm like, oh, well, they're becoming rarer and rarer. And yeah, maybe I wouldn't have taken them out of the box had I looked at the price beforehand. But I looked at the price afterwards. But I'm okay because I love playing with my
Let's
toys.
put him out of business. Yeah.
Let's put them out of business. And from the moment I opened them, I was so glad because they came with a lot of accessories, but they also came with a lot of fun, old school, you'll shoot your eye out kid projectiles. That one was kind of lame. The blue one was better. But let's try the Yellow Lion just to be funny. Where's the button? Oh, yeah. All right, well, that was pretty lame. But the blue one was the best one. I should have just left it at the blue. But I kind of like all the extras. They all came with their individual weapons, except for Black Lion, who can talk. He just
form blazing sword.
he will say different things once you assemble them. He says different things when he's just the Black Lion in the box. So that's actually just those small things. I'm a child at heart, and those small things just warm my heart. But, anywho.
So if you're looking to collect this item because you like Voltron, you're going to spend some money.
There are other Voltron sets. You might want to go with the metal die-cast. They're pretty much the same price. He's only 12 inches tall. This is 16. But I would say either way you go, you're going to be happy. So...
Then last year, just so everybody knows, Playmates issued a box set with all 5 lions, I believe for about $150, $200. And I don't know if you can find that.
You'll find it, but it's gone up in price. The box set that I saw was about $400 to $450. And, at that price, you got to make decisions on whether or not how much you like them. But there's a lot of articulation in the arms and legs. Obviously, he has elbow, but it can also turn here. It can turn on the wrists. The feet can turn. The heads can turn. The Black Lion has multiple knee positions. He's totally posable, and he's a lot of fun. He's gonna end up on my shelf at a good spot, and that's all I gotta say about that.
All right, this has been another episode.
I'm Kay.
I'm Jay.
And this is Sci-Fi Toys for Blue Collar Boys.
Peace.
Peace. Hello. Welcome to the first episode of Sci-Fi Toys for Blue Collar Boys. I'm Kay.
And I'm Jay.
And here we're going to discuss many different topics such as budgeting, DIY projects, and anything else you can think of, despite us fucking up this intro 24 times.
So we will go over different places to buy.
Different places to go.
Different places to go, different places to see.
And of course, different toys, science fiction-wise, that we can think of. We had a great script for this, but neither him or I can spit it out of our face holes long enough to tape this on YouTube. But our outtakes should get at least 3 million views.
Because they are
fucking hilarious.
They're so hilarious.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And please subscribe.
If you can.
Goodbye.